Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. And tonight's video, what I have for you guys is an absolute treat of a gameplay. So basically, I've done, last year around this time, I was doing videos like reacting to the #1 Black Ops 3 player, reacting to, you know, best sniper in Black Ops 3, best Black Ops 2 player and different stuff like that. And now that it's Black Ops 4, I'm basically going to be reacting or commentating over and sort of reacting to what happens in the gameplay of who I think is one of the top players in Black Ops 4, if not the top player, and his name is X Redirects, and this guy is amazing. I found him off Twitter and Twitch. Of course, full credit to him, link him down in the description. This gameplay you're seeing here is 183 to 2, which is absolutely ridiculous. He also has 169 to 1, which I think is like the world's highest KD. He has like a bunch of different stuff. You guys should definitely check out his Twitter and Twitch. I'll link it down below. And what I love about this guy's gameplay is the way that he plays isn't a way that it's not like he's just like an absolute god at aiming and snapping on people, which obviously he's the top player, one of the top players, but the way he plays is just so strategical, and it's a way that I think everyone can learn from, and that's what I really love about this guy's gameplay. You can see there that was his first death, which was basically just because he predicted the spawns wrong and they ended up spawning in red. That just shows to, you know, the tightness of the spawns in this game. But we're going to be reacting to this gameplay, talking about it, talking about what he uses, why, and different stuff like that, and basically commentating over it and letting you guys enjoy this gameplay. So smack a like if you guys do enjoy this, if you guys want to see me reacting to more gameplays, different stuff like that. I know people love these back in the day, so smack that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, check him out. And like I said, this is a 183 to 2, so this was chaos domination, and the way that he's playing is, of course, the first thing we got to notice is he's using the Maddox, and the Maddox is an absolute monster with the elo sight as well, and he's got that diamond camo, which, dude, I'm literally right there at diamond camo. I just have to, because I'm going through the prestiges, unlock like the Vapor and I think one more gun again, and just finish off those ones with like long shots and the attachment kills or whatever kills with no attachment. So I'm very, very close to having diamond. Should have that very soon as I'm leveling up through the prestiges. But what you can see here is he uses the Maddox, and he does play, this is a full 6-man team. Now, the thing about being in a 6-man team is some people will play in a 6-man team and they'll basically have support runners, or they will basically, when they play in a 6-man team, they will, you know, back in the day, basically, it would be called support, where one player would go into the spawns and everyone else would sit back. But that's not what this is, and the reason why is because this is a Chaos Dawn match, and you'll see when you see the end scoreboard, this guy drops 183 to 2, 23k damage, and there's still 2 teammates higher than him above on the scoreboard, and that's not because they got more kills or more damage or anything. It's just because their kills were more with their guns, probably, or more on the objectives are worth more. And basically 3 of his teammates out of the 6, I think, or maybe even 4, 3 or 4, get 100+ kills. So this isn't like everyone is just trying to help him get his score streaks. This is just a game mode of 6v6 and chaos domination where they absolutely dominate. Now, why do they play in a full party, you may think? Because with playing in a full party, of course, you're going to be competing for kills, which is true, but while also playing with a full party, you don't have random players. And if you're to play solo or with a party of 2 or 3, those random players might capture the flags and make the game end laster. Of course, when you're going for 100 super high kill games, and what makes me super like excited about this gameplay too is his reaction when he does get 183 to 2. It wasn't very like a happy reaction. It was more of a kind of a pissed off reaction that he didn't get 200+ to 2, which would have just been absolutely insane. But as you guys can see, definitely playing with a full party allows you to control the spawns a little bit. And I wouldn't say this gameplay is spawn trapping because he's rotating C, A. It's you know what I mean. It's spawn controlling, but I wouldn't say it's spawn trapping. You could basically control the flags and make the game last as long as possible. And of course, chaos domination also goes up to 300 points, which makes the game last longer also. So you can see basically his strategy here. Now, the first round ends very quickly because they don't actually capture the flags, but that gives them more time in the second round to get points. So basically what he's doing here, the first thing I'll notice is he runs Scavenger, and for me personally, I run Scavenger too, occasionally, but I like to run Crash, which Crash, the specialist, drops down ammo, drops down heals for you. But with him running Scavenger, it opens up and allows him to use the Battery Specialist, which is a very, very good specialist, especially with the way he uses it with the, basically the War Machine or the Grenade Launcher. Using that, and each kill with that is worth 125 points, which gives you a little bit extra. If you get 3 kills towards that, that's an extra 75 compared to normal kills towards your streak. It also comes with the Cluster Grenade, which is perfect when enemies are in a spawn build or something like that. As you can chuck the cluster grenade, and then destroy them. So you can see basically here, what he does is the gunships. And I've sped the gunships up in this gameplay, but the gunships are one of the reasons where he gets a lot of the kills. And honestly, gunship is something that I probably need to be using a little bit more. So his kill streak setup here is Hellstorm, and it was helicopter and then gunship. And I asked him a little bit about it. I asked him, hey, why no strike team? Why this setup? Obviously, we know why he runs the gunship. You can see how much damage the gunship does. It's an absolute monster of a weapon. You can see there once again, he pushes the spawn, and he basically laps his gunship, and he has another one. He can rain down on them with another 15 or 20 kills. And that's what I mean around this gameplay, is that this is the style of Black Ops 4. This is how they want you to play, and it's... Sure, it's not the most, you know, rush happy or anything like that, but this is how you get these insane gameplays and be a top player in this game. It's based off of these kill streaks. So what he says about the Hellstorm is basically the same thing I say about the Hellstorm, is that it's so damn good in this game because of how you can cluster it and sort of hit multiple targets. Helicopter, I call it the mini Pavlo, but it is interesting for me that he runs Hellstorm over Strike Team. That could be because he runs with the party. I'm not really sure. That's definitely, you know, it's all up to personal preference. He's told me when I was talking to him a little bit, basically that he doesn't have too much experience with the strike team, and that he sticks with what he knows, basically. So I mean, that works out. Thing with the gunship is that it gets him so many kills and so many points, and it helps him stack up towards that next set of streaks. And in this full game, he ends up getting 4 gunships. So if those gunships get him, I don't know, maybe someone wants to count in the comment section down below, but I'll say 10 to 20 kills each, 15 to 20 kills each. That's like 60 to 80 kills. And he gets the other 100 kills with his gun and the helicopter and Hellstorm and stuff like that. And you're up with an amazing, amazing gameplay. And that's what I said. Like I said, what I like about this gameplay is this is a style that me watching and any decent player or, you know, good player watching this can sort of emulate. And of course, you might not go 183 to 2, but what he's so good at is converting on streaks, and that's what matters in this game. Like I said, this isn't a one-off gameplay for him. This is one of his better ones, right? 183 to 2, but he drops 100 pluses. Like, I would say I was watching a lot of his you know, his Twitch stream, his VODs and stuff, and he drops them all the time. Like consistently every game, every couple of games. And that of course is in Chaos Domination, which is a longer game mode. But this, you can see he's very good at converting on his score streaks. And I think the reasoning behind that is how he plays the angles and how he plays it smart and safe. He knows how big a gunship is. And I think that's a problem that a lot of people have in a game like this, is they don't understand the cost opportunity or the loss of something. If you die one off a gunship because you want to push and get those 2 spawn kills, you're risking 2 spawn kills for 20 out of the gunship, or 15 or whatever. It really just doesn't make mathematical sense, and that's what he's so good at. Next thing is stim shot. Now, stim shot versus acoustic sensor, I think it's all up to personal preference. His setup is a little bit different than mine, like I said, but choosing to go with stim shot over acoustic, I think is much like gunship and strike team. They're both great, and it's all personal preference. And the thing is, when I play, I'm more of like a solo player, so it is harder to get, you know, these super top gameplays, or I usually play with like myself or 1 to 2 friends, and that's where I think acoustic sensor is better, because you don't have as good control of the map, so they could be spawning all over the place, and you need that acoustic sensor to let you know. He gets kind of lucky in that gunfight and clutches out that gunfight, but when you are controlling the game with a party and you basically know what's going on, you don't really need acoustic, because you should know, and you should have your teammates calling out and letting you know where the enemies are. Another strength of stim shot is not only the increase of heal, the speed around it. You can see it saves his life multiple times in this spawn. So by watching this gameplay, I definitely agree with his choice to go with stim shot was the right choice. It saved him this gameplay. It kept him alive right there, 25 off streaks, and then you can see he can pull out the war machine here and go ham with it. Another thing in this game is that people are on the enemy teams are always joining and leaving, which is going to happen when you have 3 people dropping 100 plus kills and someone dropping almost 200 plus kills. Oh, and by the way, one thing I forgot to mention earlier is if the quality of the video isn't the top tier quality or whatever, it's because he doesn't actually record his gameplays. He just streams them live on Twitch, which is another thing, sort of, you know, you can't really fake something if it's live. I guess if people are even going to call us out for being fake, I don't know. I just wanted to say that as well, because that's something that has, you know, happened before. People call out people that are great players for, you know, boosting or whatever. But this was streamed live, and you can go watch the VOD, you can watch his Twitch, his Twitter, all linked below. But one thing is, yeah, if the quality of the video isn't as you know, high as my other ones, it's because it's ripped from his Twitch VOD, and that's the best that I can do. You can see here once again, notice every time he gets that gunship, he is backed up backed up past B-Dom usually, or like just playing it safe. He converts on the gunship once again. There's 3 kills out of this. Let's see how many kills he gets with this whole gunship. He got 3 kills so far. One thing is you want to make sure you do not hit and blow up your helicopter, because that can get you kills as well. There's 5 kills. There's 6. That was a helicopter kill. There's 7. You can see I've sped up the gunships just to make this video flow a little bit quicker. That was a helicopter kill. Helicopter kill. 8 with the gunship. This was one of his weaker gunships. 9. 10. You see it, if they don't shoot it down, which if people are staying in a lobby, he got 10 kills, and that was one of his weaker gunships. You can see 4 gunships over the whole game, I believe it was. And the thing is, yeah, like I was trying to get into earlier, is when you have people stomping this hard, any player on the other team that's half decent is going to be smart and just going to leave the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you look at it from your perspective, I know if I'm joining this game and I join on the other team and I see 3 people with 100+ kills, I'm not going to let them drop a nuke on me or drop a 200+. I'm going to just leave the game and try to find one where it's more reasonable, where I can contribute from the start, right? And I think that's when you're stomping so hard and you have so many gunships, helicopters, hellstorms, spawn traps going on, you know, spawn controlling. Basically, the only people that will stay in the lobby are people that, you know, are ready to get stomped, or people that don't really care that much, super casual players. So you see here now that he notices the game is sort of not even coming down to a close, but getting more towards the later stages. He pushes up once again. As soon as he gets his hellstorm, he runs away. He runs immediately away. I mean, it's you can see his strategy here. It's all around playing for the streaks, and this is the same strategy that I've been pushing with this game. Guys, trust me, I would love to recommend and say, oh, this game is just so easy. You can just run up in the spawns and just quadra kill non-lethal nuclear 300+s every game. But that's not how it goes. This game is built around fundamental 150 health gunfights and around getting big kill streaks. And the facts are, if you can find that happy medium where he goes aggressive and then he backs up and plays it slow when he's about to get his streaks, once again right there, surviving with 1 health. Of course, there's luck that comes into a gameplay like this, right? This is, you know, one of the better gameplays. And you can just see the stim shot. This gameplay has definitely inspired me to do a couple things and to change up a couple things with mine. Now, one thing is I need to use gunship more. Thing with gunship though is I need to use a prestige token on it, because of course I'm going through the prestiges and it's hard to unlock. I already have prestige token the strike team, so next might be gunship just for domination. Or it also worked extra good because this was 6v6 domination. And then once again you can see right here, look at him, he's 150 or 125 off of his gunship. Where does he go? Top 10. This guy's running routes. He's not doing anything that is like mind-blowing, dunking from the free throw line. This is just good. He's knocking down jumpers, he's hitting his 3-point shots, he's setting up screens. If that's what, you know, a basketball reference would be, this guy's just doing the right stuff, and that's how you should play. Playing like this will consistently get you good gameplays and will consistently allow you to break, you know, high kill barriers and stuff like that. Here is his final gunship of the game, which he knocks out a quad feed right there. Once you get them in that A trap is best for the gunship, and 6, 8, he has 9, or no, what, that was a helicopter kill, 9, 10, 11, 12. You can see when you have them controlled, which is easy to do with domination, you just go ham. 13, 14, 15, 16 out of that gunship. So yeah, the 10 to 20 mark is definitely a fair assumption for gunships, judging by those 2 that I saw, 10 and 16. Someone can count the first 2 gunships for me if they wanted to, because those ones did go ham. And then of course he's just pushing the tempo and realizing, because I think at this point he realizes, yo, I want to break 200+ kills, I want to get, you know, the most kills or the highest KD or whatever he was trying to go for. And then he realizes I have to push the spawns and go ham again. And you can see once he gets out of his gunship, it's usually only like 2 or 3 more kills to the hellstorm, and that's because Scorestreak stack and different stuff like that. Of course, his teammates, I think a couple of them are running UAVs, which does help, but like I said, they are, even if they are running UAVs, they're not sitting back and just letting him do the stuff. They are pushing, they're getting kills too. I mean, if they're dropping 100+ kills, you know, that is, they're all having fun and they're all playing as a team, and it really just is awesome to see. And this guy is definitely a great player. So hope you guys did enjoy this gameplay as much as I did. Like I said, I mean, I don't really know what there would be to critique. Yes, he is playing with a full party. That doesn't mean this is easy to do. I mean, he's playing against bad players. Yes, every game plays against bad players. What drew me to this gameplay is the fact that there's so much to learn from it, because it's so just smartly played. And he only had those 2 deaths, which were the 2 errors. Other than that, it was almost a flawless game. And you can see there his teammates dropping 100+ as well, but he drops 183 to 2, 10 objectives with 23, almost 24k damage. Insane stuff. Check out his Twitch, check out his Twitter down in the description below. Smack a like, subscribe if you guys new, and have a great night. And I'm out. Peace.